all of these wires that are currently up here will be reutilized or moved as we frame the house. The structure of the house is changing, so some of these wires will eventually be in the way, but most of them we try and wire them to places that will ultimately be bathrooms. We don't try and like redo wiring. If we can make one of the temporary outlets in a location that will ultimately be there or close to whatever that location is, it makes sense just to take care of that. So typically bathrooms are a good place to put temporary electricity because you only have 1 or 2 outlets in a bathroom anyway. You're just gonna have to make sure you switch out the breakers to GFCI or subsequent feature to make sure that it's protected properly in a bathroom space. But that's what we got going on here. The wiring is still being demoed, so the rest of the house is just completely thrashed right now. But ultimately everything in this house is gonna be run super clean. I also want to point out we do paint the plywood. We hold the plywood up off the ground obviously because we're in a basement, so moisture, you don't want the board wicking. But before we install these pieces of plywood, we do paint them front and back and all the edges with some sort of like waterproofing spray paint. We don't go super crazy. You can roll it pretty quickly too. So it's important to make sure that like whatever you're building lasts forever or as long as you possibly can make it. So doing stuff like this, treating the plywood before you hang it up just is an easy way because sometimes there's moisture behind the wall that's protected by the insulation, but you never know. Just taking those extra little steps, it's how you set yourself apart.